these two Graves era albums, and she hasn't even ranked Static Age yet.
No, I have
So
ranked
what's-
Static Age.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Nick Roddick and Amber. We're doing our Misfits ranking today. We're only doing this video because we got into an argument while ranking them, not doing a video.
Well, hold on. The argument only happened because I went off my gut and ranked all the Misfits albums, and then you only did 1 and 2, and then you chickened out on the rest.
No, in my defense, I was ridiculing your top three.
Yeah, he was ridiculing my top 3, but then he wouldn't do his top 3. So here we are.
If you haven't checked out my Danzig video, check out the Danzig video. But this is where it all started. Glenn Danzig on the fucking electric piano, Jerry only. It then evolved with the addition of several different musicians, but most notably Bobby Steele on guitar, Robo on drums. Doyle came in, the kid brother of Jerry only, comes in to replace Bobby Steele because he's kind of flaky. And I don't know, if you know the Misfits, you know the Misfits.
Anyway, let's go ahead and start this rankings video so we can get down to the nitty gritty.
Let's start with the number one.
Let's start with number 1. Number 1 for me. And I just want to preface this as just because it's my number 1 doesn't mean I'm shitting on any other Misfits album. It's just this is the one that hits the hardest for me. So my number 1 is going to be Walk Among Us. So let's go ahead and look at that track list. Side 1 starts with 20 Eyes. Who doesn't fucking like that song? I Turned Into a Martian, All Hell Breaks Loose, Vampira, Nike A Go-Go, Hate Breeders, Mommy Can I Go Out and Kill Tonight. That is side 1. That is all bangers. Not a single skip track in that. Night of the Living Dead, Skulls, hell yeah Skulls, Violent World, hell yeah Violent World, come on, who doesn't love that song? Devil's Whorehouse, Astro Zombies, and Brain Eaters.
Pretty flawless album right there.
It's flawless.
That's most people's number 1. My number 1, I think, goes without question. Keep in mind, this is all Danzig era right here. Motherfucking Static Age. Static Age, you got fucking TV Casualty, Some Kind of Hate, Last Caress. Metallica covers this. It fucking introduces it to a whole new fucking generation. Return of the Fly. Come on. Hybrid Moments. Teenagers from Mars. We Are 138. You got fucking Angel Fuck. Hollywood Babylon. Attitude. We sing that to our goddamn cats.
Oh, yeah, that was our cat for 20 years. That was her song. This album is full of bangers.
It's not over yet, though.
No.
After Attitude, it's Bullet.
Yep.
Again, Theme for a Jackal. She, one of my personal favorites. Spinal Remains, In the Doorway. That's my number 1 Static Age.
I just think Walk Among Us, for me, is the better album. It's a stronger album.
Well, and that begins my number 2 because Walk Among Us is my number 2.
Next one is motherfucking Earth AD. Now, from the cover art to the track list, this album just fucking bangs. As soon as those drums and those guitars hit in, Earth AD, hell yeah. Queen Wasp, Devil Lock, which is iconic, Death Comes Ripping, and then Green Hell. Now, when we flip it over, that is Wolf's Blood, Demomonia. I probably is saying that horribly wrong. Demomonia. Our 20-year-old cat, her nickname was Beans, and so I used to call it Demoboinanina. And then next is Blood Feast and Hellhound. This album, like, from front to back, it doesn't freaking matter. It'll keep you motivated. It'll keep you going. It's like hard hitter after hard hitter.
On top of which, this is the album that influenced the thrash era.
I just also want to like go ahead and like plug the album art again. If you're in a record store and you're like a younger kid and you're just like buying shit off of how cool it looks, like you're telling me you're not gonna grab this?
Would it shock you to say that Danzig, this is his least favorite album?
It honestly, like Danzig is his own beast. Like It doesn't surprise me, yet it does. I love it. I go back to it all the time. It's constantly in my like routine of like albums that I listen to. So my number 2, Misfits, Earth AD.
This is where we get into an argument here.
Mm-hmm.
Because my number 3, or do you want to start with number 3? Because this is, I think
Well, we've been going back and forth. So here's where we were at. We were drinking and hanging out in the kitchen, listening to the Ramones, and we were talking about the Misfits. And we're like, hey, let's just go ahead and off the cuff, let's rank these. So I did all of mine, and you did number 1 and 2, and that's it.
Yeah, it's true. But we didn't get hung up on that, did we? We got hung up because these 2 Graves era albums, and she hasn't even ranked Static Age yet.
No, I have ranked Static Age. Static Age is in there. I have gone ahead.
What's before Static Age, though?
So my number 1 and my number 2 was Walk Among Us, then Earth AD, and my number 3 was Famous Monsters. And I will stand by this. Part of this reason is because when I was a young, impressionable teen in the early 2000s, first like introductions to the Misfits were through the Michael Graves era. Like this album in particular. Walking through Best Buy, looking for albums to buy, I saw this and I was like, oh, hell yeah. These guys look amazing. I'm going to go ahead and buy this. Even like when we were coming up in the early 2000s, like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater, like they had all those songs on there, The Shining. Part of this is just pure nostalgia, but also like these songs have just stuck with me. Kong at the Gates. That moves into the Forbidden Zone. Fuck yeah. And then we have Lost in Space, Dust to Dust, Crawling Eye, Witch Hunt, Scream, which I mean, come on, you have George Romero directing that music video. Freaking George Romero.
Well, here on top of everything too, once they were able to come back after the lawsuits with Glenn Danzig, they bring in Michael Graves and Dr. Chud. Mm-hmm. Michael Graves wrote a lot of great hits. You're talking Saturday Night. You're talking Dig Up Her Bones. On top of that, Dr. Chud wrote a lot. I think Lost in Space was one of his. Yep. Forbidden Zone, a lot of those.
So, like, yeah, we have Scream, Saturday Night, Pumpkinhead, Scarecrow Man. We're going to go into Die Monster Die. Fuck yeah. Living Hell, Descending Angel, Them, Fiend Club.
Fiend Club's a great one.
Fuck yeah. Hunting Humans, Helena, and then Kong Unleashed. I don't give a shit. But anyway, this album doesn't have a skip track. This is one of those where it's like you can listen from front to back. You don't have to skip a single track. It's amazing. It was like one of my first like forays into punk, like full albums. Like it's incredible. It is permanently burned into my brain.
You couldn't go to a live local show without hearing a cover of Saturday Night.
Yeah.
And it's just a great song.
It is a great song.
You can talk shit. You can call it a Grease, knockoff and whatnot.
So what is your number 3?
Still going on number 3 here. This is the tough part because I was ragging on her for ranking.
Being a total butthole towards me about this. But what is your number 3? Because you've never disclosed this to me.
Well, because you weren't listening. And you're going to love this because my number 3 is, in fact, American Psycho.
I can get behind American Psycho. It is a hard flip between American Psycho and Famous Monsters. So I understand that.
My biggest problem with this is I got to rank it above Earth AD. Like, it's such a great fucking album. Okay. American Psycho. You've got the title track, which is just a great punk anthem. Speak of the Devil. So good. Walk Among Us, The Hunger, From Hell They Came, Dig Up Her Bones.
I just, to interrupt too, would say like, Dig Up Her Bones, like, fuck yeah, that like intersected everything. That was such a cool song. Like, everybody saw that music video.
Blacklight, Resurrection, Dead King's Rise, This Island Earth, Crimson Ghost, Day of the Dead, The Haunting, Mars Attacks, Hate the Living, Love the Dead, Shining, and Don't Open Till Doomsday.
American Psycho is one of those albums still, just like Famous Monsters, that you don't skip a track. So going on to number 4, The Static Age. So a lot of people will put this as their number 1, number 2. They're very young babies in this. What I don't even remember what year this came out in.
Well, it didn't come out till the 90s,
Yeah.
actually, but all the recordings are prior.
Yeah.
So Misfits had an interesting way of releasing their albums.
Hybrid Moments, which has also been covered by Brody Dahl. If any of you are like distillers, like super fans like me, if you have not listened to this, if you have been kind of like the later discography of the Misfits and you haven't really gone back, I highly suggest going and listening to this. There are a lot of amazing tracks on here.
Number 4?
Yeah, number 4.
Oh, number 4.
Yep.
Oh, man. See,
See, here we go.
this is tough. Number 4, I gotta go Earth AD. For me, hearing Metallica's cover of Green Hell, and then actually hearing the original version, it's such a phenomenal song. This album just rips. Doyle's fucking just unleashed on this one. Jerry and Doyle. Danzig notoriously hates this simply because of that. He was already planning ahead to the Samhain days with a little bit of a, just an evil aura, as you can hear on those albums. And sure enough, these guys just go ahead and everything's turned up to 11, everything's sped up to 150, 200 BPMs, whatever. And it's also what sells this record. I don't know. It should be higher. I'm ashamed I did not rank this higher. I can't defend my choice. I can't. So
No.
I apologize. For fucking up this ranking.
This kind of comes to our last album. So this is number 5. It's going to be American Psycho. I remember going to Best Buy as like a teenager and buying this album because it also came with like a poster for your wall. So it was really sick.
Currently hanging in my band room.
Yep. What can you say about this? It's amazing. However, it does fall short of the Famous Monsters album for me. There's so many amazing tracks on here that are in my top Misfits songs rankings. But like for me, Famous Monsters comes before that. I feel like that album just has more banger tracks. But that's no like slight against this album. It's just kind of like where it hits me the most. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to my lovely husband for his number 5.
My number 5 is the aforementioned Famous Monsters. Great album. Great album. The only difference for me is it's a little bit more of the same from American Psycho. Great song. I mean, I listened to both those albums nonstop. The ones that stick out to me big time, Scream. Amazing video, amazing song. I mean, you're crossing into the metal genre with this, as well as on Helena. I mean, there's a thrash middle ground of that. These guys toured with Megadeth quite a bit when they came out as well. Danzig was touring with Metallica. Mark II Misfits were touring with Megadeth. So, and on top of that, you got Descending Angel. Great song. A big metal influence on this, for sure.
That has been one of the biggest marital conflicts we have had. So I'm glad that everybody has been able to join.
Whenever a marital conflict can extend into a community conflict, because I know we're going to get all the shit for even just daring to rank any of the Graves era above anything Danzig. And that's fair. That's fair.
I completely understand
we get that
it.
Shit, you know?
Like, it depends completely on sometimes on like when you hear these albums.
The fact they could launch a return with a new singer, new drummer, they weren't huge to begin with when they broke up. It was a lot of word of mouth, and those who were there to actually witness it and actually own those OG EPs, LPs, albums, you were just in the right place at the right time. And for us coming up, in the second wave of horror punk, it was led by Graves and Dr. Chud. It really was. The music was great. It lives on. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, it's Glenn Danzig, it's Jury Only, and it's Doyle. So the OG Misfits, that's where it's at. You can really see the difference when you go to those shows. We were fortunate enough to actually see that lineup in Chicago with my brother Levi. It was incredible.
Levi
with our horror punk band Murderous.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm gonna just say this: if you have a chance to see the original Misfits, or even just Danzig, like on his solo tour, please take that opportunity. Please do it. It will not disappoint you.
How many times have I forced? Have
I
I driven you out
I
against your
feel
will,
I feel
kicking and
like
screaming?
I feel like when we first got together, it was like, Danzig. It's kind of one of these silly things, but it's like now it's like I don't know if it's just because I've been exposed to him so much, but it's like I fucking love Danzig.
You've been
It's
exposed to the peak male
amazing.
form, and
Yes,
that's current Danzig, not peak Danzig, current Danzig with the
I
nice, the
I
robust,
I love it. It's like fuck yeah. I wish he would still wear the fishnets and shit. Like I love Danzig. If you have the chance to see him live doing his solo project stuff or with the original Misfits tour, please take that opportunity. You will not regret it. It's a great show. He really quote pops his fucking pussy on that.
He still tours with Tommy Victor from Prong, and now Steve Zing on bass from Samhain. So it's still a great lineup. They sound amazing. His voice is back. There's our Misfits ranking. Nobody's dead. Nobody died.
Well,
Relationships haven't ended.
there was no like fear that. However, I did mine off the cuff. So when I did my ranking, this was very
The
much.
fuck you
Yes,
did.
it was. It was 5 albums. I just did them really quick, and you only did number 1 and 2. So I just want to put that out there. Is that
If I could get a fart in edgewise.
well? He gets farts in all the time.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Like, share, and subscribe.